Hey everyone, so it's almost the end of November, so of course I wanted to sit down and just share a recap on all of the makeup products I've been using throughout the month of November. I also have some other beauty products in here like a lotion, a perfume, oh, a hairspray. There's like a couple of random beauty products as well, and just let you guys know what I've been reaching for, what I've been loving. I call these like my favorites and fails, but I feel like it's more so just a recap on everything I've been using pretty regularly. I haven't filmed a video in, I want to say about a week. I uploaded my 2 different like Black Friday sale videos, and thank you guys so much for the positive feedback on those. I spent a ton of time just like gathering the sale information, and I'm so glad that you guys found it helpful. I feel like Black Friday this year was very overwhelming to me because I wanted to take advantage of the sales and get products I would have paid full price for anyway and do some holiday shopping. But there were so many sales that extended like before Black Friday, after Black Friday, so I felt really overwhelmed by it, and I'm just glad that video was a little bit helpful, but I know a lot of you guys felt the same way. Where was I going with that? Oh, those are the last videos I filmed, and then I took a little bit of a break just to spend time with family. My sister and brother-in-law flew in, and they were here for a couple of days, which was so nice. They moved earlier this year, and it was just nice to be able to spend some time with them, so we just kind of hung out. It was such a relaxing like Thanksgiving weekend, which for me, I feel like the holidays tend to be a little bit more stressful. There's just a lot of pressure around the holiday season in general. So I just wanted to kind of take a break and just be present, especially now that we have a baby, or I guess a toddler. He started walking this past weekend. So anyway, it was a really, really fun weekend. I hope you guys had a really relaxing weekend as well. If it was not relaxing, I totally understand, because the holidays, like I said, can be filled with a lot of pressure. So I hope you're able to take a step back and just kind of, you know, decompress if it wasn't such a relaxing weekend for you as well. So we are heading into December, the last month of the year. I'm not ready for it. I feel like this year flew by so quickly, and I'm going to do a video kind of catching up with you guys. I want to do a look, like a lot of these products are products I've been reaching for, and I've been doing a very natural look, which is not what I have on today, but I had some extra time to get ready today. But I'm just waiting for natural light, like a good day with natural lighting, because I want to show you like a quick go-to makeup look that looks really good, you know, whatever you're doing, and I'll catch up with you guys in that video and just kind of chat about life. So anyway, enough of this long intro. Let's jump into it. I'll share the products that I've been using this month and give you my thoughts on them. I haven't tried all of the products that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale yet, because like I said, I took a little bit of a break and I wanted to test a lot of them out on camera for the first time. So I'm saving a few of them for that video, which I'll film this week. But one set that I tried almost immediately is this set from Charlotte Tilbury. Last time I checked on Sephora's website, it was sold out, but it looks like it's still in stock on Charlotte Tilbury's website in case you're interested in trying it. But chances are you might already own these products, because I feel like I'm the last person in the world to finally try them. So this product came with 2 of Charlotte Tilbury's Beauty Light ones. These are mini versions, but I was excited to have the option to purchase minis because I'm just not someone who goes through cheek products very quickly, especially liquid cheek products. So I got the highlighter in the shade Spotlight and then the blush in the shade Pinkgasm. So I'll swatch them for you so you can see what they look like, but I'm glad I finally tried these. I think they do apply really nicely. They look really good on the skin. Part of me wants to say they're a little bit overhyped, but I kind of feel that way about all Charlotte Tilbury products. I've tried a good amount of Charlotte Tilbury products, like back in 2016, 2017, maybe 2018. I can't remember. That entire time period just like runs together for me. I did have a good amount of Charlotte Tilbury products in my collection, and since then I've tried some. I have to say these are probably 2 of my more favorite Charlotte Tilbury products. I think I like the blush better than the highlighter. This color is absolutely gorgeous, and like I said, it does blend into the skin really easily. It gives your skin like this really gorgeous glow. I'm definitely a fan of glowy blushes, so the way this looks is really, really pretty. I have been going for a little bit more of a natural makeup look day to day, so a lot of my focus tends to be on the cheek products, mainly like the blush and the highlight, just something that melts into the skin and looks really natural. So I love the fact that they're not natural in the way that they look really subtle. Like they definitely show up on the skin, but they don't look heavy or cakey. And like I said, I think I like the blush a little bit better than the highlighter. I'm still getting used to using liquid highlighters, and I do think the Flower Beauty one is almost identical to this one. So if you haven't tried this, you'd probably be good with the Flower Beauty one. But again, I'm glad I tried them because they are so popular. I think I would try maybe like another blush color if they had it, just because I do enjoy this one. So I just want to give you an update on this. The other blush that I've been wearing nonstop is this one from Merit Beauty. This is their Flush Balm Cheek Color in the shade Cheeky. I absolutely love this blush. I love everything about it, from the packaging to the color to the texture. The color is such a beautiful, like rosy pink. And this is not a shade that I probably would have worn like a year ago. And I never really thought I'd be into cream blush like I am these days. So it's honestly so weird how preferences change. But this is such a pretty color. You know how, what is it called? Like cold girl makeup is trending, where they're doing like that look where it looks like you've been outside. I think it's so beautiful because the focus is kind of on like the blush, and then I think a lot of people do like a wet sparkly looking eyeshadow and some highlighter. But anyway, a lot of people have been doing like a rosy blush when they do that look, and that's what this reminds me of. It just looks so pretty on the cheeks. It looks like you've been outside and you're just a little bit cold. Again, the packaging is nice. It's really cute, but I feel like it's perfect just to kind of swipe on the cheek, and then I blend it out with a brush. I'm good to go. This is a very lightweight cream blush. Because I've tried so many cream blushes this year, I've really come to see that there are so many different textures, kind of like powder blush, but even more so when it comes to creams, because something like the Tower 28 cream blush, which is a little bit thicker, might stay in place really well and have really good pigmentation, but something like this formula from Merit looks a little bit more natural on the skin. Like, it's very sheer. So if you were to apply this directly on top of your bare skin, your actual freckles would show through the product. And because I have been doing more of a light natural look, this is perfect. I've been wearing the Merit like foundation concealer all in one as my base, and that's very, very light. So that with this has been so nice because it doesn't feel like you're layering a heavy, thick blush on top of a light coverage foundation, which in my opinion sometimes defeats the purpose. Like when I'm wearing a light coverage complexion product, I want light coverage cheek products on top. That being said, I am wearing this today and I have more of a full coverage foundation on, and it applies really nicely on full coverage foundation too. It's just such a good product. I love it. Along with those products, I've been using this bronzer. I think I've only worn cream bronzer during the month of November. I've kind of been switching back and forth between this one, the Milk Makeup bronzer, the Makeup by Mario bronzer, and then there's probably another one in there that I'm forgetting. But this one's been my favorite for daily wear, for day-to-day wear, because it looks so natural on the skin. It's the ColourPop Super Shock Bronzer in the shade Get Sandy. So ColourPop had these years ago, and I just wasn't a big fan of the Super Shock cheek products in general. I would occasionally wear the highlighters, but I felt like the blushes and bronzers weren't for me because I was strictly like a powder cheek fan. Like I said, preferences change, and what I love about this is it's not a cream and it's not a powder. It really is like a true cream to powder, almost a putty. I would say the only formula in my collection I could really compare it to would be the e.l.f. putty bronzer, but this is better because it's creamier, it's really smooth, it has better pigmentation and better color payoff, and it looks better on the skin. The putty bronzer is one of my favorite, but they do dry out a little bit. That one is kind of more of a true cream compared to this, so sometimes it can lift foundation. This goes on flawlessly every single time. Like, it truly looks so smooth on the skin. It blends out in seconds. I've been using it with this. This is the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush, and I just like tap this directly in the pan and then stipple it on my skin. I stipple it, I don't blend it. And it just looks really soft, very, very natural. I do have the lightest shade, so there are quite a few options that are deeper than this one. But if you have a similar skin tone to me or even a little bit lighter, I think this would be a good option for you because you can go in with a soft tan too. But this is so good. It honestly shocked me. And if I'm in a hurry, I just flip this over and use the other side to blend this into my crease. And again, it looks so smooth. I don't know if they've changed like the matte Super Shock formula because I was never a fan of it for my eyes, but it kind of performs like the Natasha Denona, what is that formula? Like the cream to powder formula she has. That's what this looks like and feels like as you're applying it to the eyes. So now I feel like I need to try a couple of matte Super Shock shadows because I really only have the shimmer ones. A lot of the time I'm just wearing bronzer in the crease, like the ColourPop bronzer, and then I'll throw like a highlighter on the lid. When I do take the time to do my eyeshadow, I've been reaching for this palette pretty much exclusively. I love it. It's the Natasha Denona Retro Glam. This palette is very, very polarizing. I uploaded a review and 2 different looks if you want to hear my thoughts on it and see the looks I was able to create with it. but I have to say I love it. I can definitely see why people aren't into this palette. I don't think it's going to be for everyone, and I have to say, as much as I enjoy it, it's not going to be my most used Natasha Denona palette because it is a very unique color story. Like, it's not something I'll reach for every single day, but when I use it, I always love how my look turns out. I think the quality of this palette is so good. Like, if you take each individual shadow and you see how it applies, I think you'll be impressed because sometimes with her palettes, there are a couple of shades that are a little bit patchy that don't perform as well as you would hope they would. That's really not the case with this one. Like, looking at the palette as a whole, the only thing that I would change is maybe add like a little more pigment to this one because there aren't a ton of super dark, deep shades in here, which is what I do think the palette is missing. I like a palette that can create something really soft and natural, but also something really dark and smoky. And if I want to add depth to my look, I usually go in with like one of these shades, but they don't really pull super dark on the eyes. I almost wish this was like a deep, dark, true, like forest green matte shadow. And I feel like these two shades are kind of repetitive. So if one of these was matte, this one, that would have been perfect. Because I think in general, you do get more of like a light to maybe mid-toned look. Like, this is pretty much the darkest look I can get out of this palette. So I have this color and this color in the crease kind of as transition colors. This one in the outer corner and the crease, like this is doing a lot of the work for my look today. And then I have this all over the lid with this all over the lid as well. This is pretty, like, I applied a good amount of this. And then I do have a green liner like winged out and then on my waterline too, but I don't know, I love it. I am a fan of green eyeshadow. I think green eyeshadow is so beautiful, and this has just really encouraged me to play with color again. I got into a rut where I was just wearing a lot of neutral eyeshadow, and I love like quick, easy eye makeup these days, but I also love color. I just feel like it puts me in a good mood when I'm wearing it. So the greens in here definitely do that for me, but there are some pretty pink tones as well. Like this color in the crease with this all over the lid is such a pretty look too. And then I did a look where I was wearing like this color and this color all over the lid, and I like how that turned out. Surprisingly, I've been able to get more looks out of this than I thought I would. I think a lot of people assume these shades will kind of blend into each other, and they do in a way, but it's almost in a way that I prefer. Like, it definitely helps me create seamless looks. But again, I feel like I can do a good amount with this. So I'm personally happy with this purchase, but again, I know it's not for everyone. If you're looking for a similar color story with more variety, I definitely recommend the Sydney Grace Mel Thompson bundle. I'll link that below if you guys want to check it out. That has some like warmer tones, a couple of deeper options. I'm excited to get that one too, so I'll definitely use that in an upcoming video. But I have really been enjoying this one. It's been a little while since I've purchased a Natasha Denona like more colorful palette. A lot of my palettes from her are more neutral, but I love it. I think the quality is good. The color story is fun for me, and I can't stop using it. So I wanted to give you an update now that I've had it for, I guess, about a month, maybe a little bit less than a month. I still love it. I am still using the Tower 28 MakeWaves mascara. I think I've mentioned this in a couple of my recent favorites videos, but it's so good. And I think during the month of November, I've used this one exclusively. I was kind of switching back and forth between this one and the the Tarte tubing mascara, but I finished that one up. And I do have another one because I repurchased it during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, but I didn't open it yet because I just love this. I feel like it is my top mascara of 2022. It just makes my lashes look thick and voluminous and long. I have it on today, and I feel like I was really able to build it up. I just started using the Grande Lash and the Grande Brow. I'm committing to using those every single night for 3 months, and I hope they make a difference for me. I'll definitely keep you posted. I took a before photo, but we'll see if that improves my lashes because my natural lashes just, they're not great, honestly, and I feel like this makes it look like I have pretty good natural lashes. So I just wanted to update you. This has still been my go-to. Actually, I've been using my Tower 28 glosses so much during the month of November. I feel like I took a little bit of a break from them because there were so many other glosses I was loving, but now that it's winter, or like almost winter, it's very cold out, I've just been wanting like that really glossy, hydrating formula. It's the best. It's so comfortable, so pretty on the lips. I've been wearing the shade Sesame. I wore that one on Thanksgiving. It's currently in my car because I've really been taking it with me every single time I leave the house. And I would go out and get it, but my husband is at the grocery store. He should be back soon, so I'll do a swatch for you. But that has been my favorite. The color is so pretty, So perfect for like this time of the year, especially when I pair it with this Merit blush and I don't have like a lot of other makeup on, just like a little bit of mascara. I love the look so much. I've been using this lip liner with it. It's the ColourPop Lippie pencil in the shade Oh Snap. It's just like a very light, natural nude pink. The Tower 28 glosses are nice because you don't have to wear anything under them, but I do typically use a lip liner these days, even if I'm just wearing a lip gloss, just to add like a little definition to my lips. So this has been the one I've been pairing with the Tower 28 gloss, in case you're curious. Sesame is such a pretty pink, but I love every single color I've tried. I think I talked about this product when I did my Sephora VIB sale recommendations video, or maybe my wish list video, because I did repurchase this. It is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. So I did have a mini. I finally used it up. This little mini lasted me forever. I would use this multiple times a week, and I can't remember exactly when I first started using this, but it was months ago. Now that it's November and I feel like a hydrated base is something that I'm really wanting every single day, I am using this almost every single day. So I'm kind of curious to see how fast I'll go through this because I did repurchase the full-size version of this. So you can use this as a setting spray, but I've actually been using it as a priming spray and I love it so much. Now it is a little bit expensive, but if you think about the fact that a lot of face primers are similarly priced, and you essentially get less product. I mean, I know it's different because this is a spray, but you get 3.38 fluid ounces, and a lot of high-end face primers come with 1 ounce. I really do think this will last me longer than like a traditional face primer that I use every day because you just need like 3 sprays of this for your entire face, and it just leaves your skin feeling so hydrated, really refreshed. But it also makes a really great face primer, especially if you don't want to wear anything heavy on the skin, which, as you might notice by what I've been saying in this video, I've been craving something really light on the skin these days. So I love using this before I go in with any base product, whether I'm using my Catrice foundation, the Merit foundation, because it just leaves my skin feeling smooth, refreshed, hydrated, and I do think it locks my makeup into place really well. So I love this. I think it is such a staple for me. And like I said, I used up the mini completely, so I'm kind of curious to see how long this will last. I started using it in November, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted in an upcoming empties video, but I love this. It's such a favorite of mine, kind of like a seasonal favorite, but I wanted to share in today's video. Okay, so I do have one product that I'm kind of counting as my fail this month. It's not a complete fail because I don't think it's a bad product. I just don't think it's meant for my skin type, but I am going to try it a different way, which I'll share in a second. But anyway, it's from it Cosmetics. It's the Your Skin But Better CC Plus Nude Glow Color Correcting Medium Coverage Skin Tint. So I like this product. I like the way it looks initially, but this is the most glowy base product I think I've ever tried. It's kind of transitioning into like combo skin, but there are a lot of glowy base products that I still love. I think a lot of people have a misconception that people with oily skin can't wear glowy products, and that's not the case, especially these days. A lot of brands create long-lasting glowy products. But this is so glowy that it almost makes my skin look oily or greasy. And I can't get on board with that. I think it's because my skin is so naturally oily that I just don't love how it looks. It's weird because when I swatch it on my hand, it doesn't look that way. It just looks like it has a healthy glow. Also, this shade's a little bit too dark for me, but on the skin, it looks like I'm actually sweating. It also breaks down on me and just kind of moves around. I'm going to try mixing this with the it Cosmetics. I have another product from it Cosmetics, which I can't remember the exact name. Let me look it up. It's the it Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation Oil-Free Matte Full Coverage Moisturizer. This product is definitely more so geared toward people with oily skin, but I feel like for me, during the winter time, it's a little bit too mattifying. So I kind of wonder if I mix this with that one, if it would be like the perfect combination. But both shades are just a little bit too dark for me right now. So then I feel like I'd have to mix in like a lighter foundation, and I don't know, it's just like a lot of mixing. So I think maybe I'll hang on to this and try it in the springtime mixed with the matte foundation and see if that works. But I just wanted to give you an update on this because I did try it out this month. It looks gorgeous on the skin. And if you want like a glowy, shiny, almost like sweaty looking base, then this is going to be a great option for you. It also has a lot of skincare benefits. I was reading about it on Ulta's website, and I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but basically there's like a ton of beneficial skincare ingredients in here. So as you wear it, it's supposed to make your skin look better over time, which if you're wearing it every single day, that might be the case, but I do tend to switch up my base products and I don't wear something like this every day. But just wanted to give you an update. I don't know, part of me feels like I should just declutter it and pass it along, but part of me feels like maybe mixed in with a really matte foundation, this would add like the perfect glowy touch. Okay, I feel like I've been talking for 4 hours today. Whenever I don't film for a little while, like even if it's only a week, for some reason when I come back and film, I cannot condense my thoughts and I can't get into like the zone of filming. So this video has been forever long, but there are just a few other products I wanted to share with you. So I did pick up a new hairspray during the Sephora VIB sale. This is from Verb. It's the Hold and Volume Strong Hairspray. I love this. I told you guys in a video, I think it was an empties video, that my go-to hairspray for like the last few years just wasn't like working for me any longer. I was using the Kenra Volume Spray and I just felt like it was starting to make my hair feel so crunchy and it just wasn't holding my hair into place at all. And a few of you guys told me you think they actually changed the formula, which is so unfortunate, but it was kind of nice to know that someone else had the same experience. So anyway, I grabbed this one randomly because I do like Verb products. I've tried their shampoo, their conditioner, their hair oil, and I love this hairspray so much. This one is very, very lightweight. It does not leave my hair feeling crunchy at all. I do think it gives my hair a good amount of volume. Today's not a great example because I just washed my hair this morning, and I've definitely come to prefer second and third day hair when it comes to like curling my hair and having just more voluminous waves. When I wash my hair and style it, generally like that first day it just kind of falls flat no matter what I do, just because it is longer and it kind of tends to weigh itself down. But anyway, all of that to say, this product works so well. It definitely gives my hair like a good amount of volume. Like if I lift my hair and spray it and then just kind of like mess with it a little bit, I feel like I get like that voluminous beachy look when I use it. And you don't have to use a lot. Like I just used a very small amount and it holds my waves into place really well throughout the day. It's interesting because on the back it says dries quickly, brushes out easily. And I didn't even know that's like something I wanted out of a hairspray, but I love the fact that as soon as I spray it in my hair, it's dry, because the Kenra one feels so wet, and I think that's kind of what causes like that crunchy look and feel. This also does brush out easily. If you're someone who likes to curl your hair, spray it, and then brush out the curls, it just leaves your hair feeling super soft, very, very touchable, and I love it. I also feel like I don't have to use a lot of this, and I was using a ton of the Kenra one. So I don't know, that used to be my favorite, but I do think the formula changed. So if you're looking for a good option, I love Verb. I love the Verb products in general. So I wonder if they have a dry shampoo. I kind of want to try that next if they do. My skin has been so dry now that the weather is changing, and honestly, I've been using this pretty regularly throughout the year, but I think I first tried it back in the spring, and now that we're experiencing cold weather again, I've been using it really regularly. It is the BeautyPie Super Healthy Skin Deluxe Body Moisture Cream. I love this product so much. I think I've used like more than half of it. I kind of switch back and forth between body moisturizers, and honestly, like it's not something I'm great at applying every single day, just because I feel like, you know, when I'm taking a shower in the morning and I like get out of the shower and I dry off, like the last thing I feel like doing sometimes is applying a moisturizer everywhere, because I hate that feeling where you apply the moisturizer and then you put your clothes on and they like stick to you. I really can't stand it. So I usually do it if I have like an extra minute to like sit there and let it sink in. But when I use this product, I always thank myself later. Is that what I want to say? I feel like that's a weird way to word it. Like it's always something that I appreciate later on in the day, because this moisturizer keeps your skin like super moisturized all day long. You know how sometimes you apply a moisturizer and like an hour later you have to apply more? That does not happen with this one. If I apply it in the morning and night when I go to bed, like my skin is still super moisturized. I also love the way this smells. It has like a kind of like a fresh, sweet scent. It has softening hibiscus flower oil droplets and nourishing shea butter. But I don't smell like, it's not like a super strong shea butter scent. I don't know, it's like a very distinct scent, but I love it. Almost like a little bit of like a citrus scent. Anyway, it just feels very luxurious. It feels like you're treating your skin to something really nice. My husband actually started using this too because his skin is so dry during the winter time, and I feel like I'm going to go through it very quickly now that he's using it too. But I love it. If you're someone who needs like that intense moisture all day long, I think you'll really enjoy this formula. Okay, the last thing I want to mention is actually a scent. I got this in my Scentbird a little while ago, but I've been using it lately. So it's from Confessions of a Rebel, and it is the Love High perfume. So I don't know exactly where this is sold. I'll link it below in case you are interested in trying it, but I don't buy a lot of full-size fragrances. I just use Scentbird. I don't get it every month. I've changed my frequency to like every 2 months, and then sometimes I skip it because I do have a lot of fragrance right now, and I feel like these smaller, like 30-day supply versions are perfect for me because I don't like to wear the same scent all the time. I like to switch it up. So anyway, this is just from my Scentbird, but I'll find where you can purchase it and link it in case you want to check it out. It smells so good. Let me just find the actual notes so I can read them to you because I'm not good at describing fragrances. So it has apple, jasmine, orange flower, peach, nectar, and sandalwood. I feel like that kind of sounds more like a spring summer fragrance, but I don't know. For me, I feel like it's definitely fruity and sweet. I think the apple kind of reminds me of fall a little bit, but it's not like just an apple scent. Like you definitely smell a little bit of floral in there, a few other fruits, like I can smell the peach. I just think it smells really good. It's kind of like a playful everyday fragrance, like not necessarily like a date night fragrance, but something I would more so wear just like on an everyday basis. And I feel like it smells really fresh and fruity and sweet, and I've really been enjoying it. So if you guys have any fragrance recommendations, let me know. I feel like these days I'm kind of into anything. I used to really only like those like super sickly sweet fragrances, but now I'm just like wanted to try all of them. So let me know if you guys have a favorite. I got one in my Scentbird last month. What was it? I can't remember, but it was kind of more of like a dark nighttime fragrance that I really liked too. Okay, I feel like we have been here forever. So if you're still watching, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching my videos and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I do have a lot of videos planned for December, like a lot of end of the year wrap up videos, best makeup, worst makeup. But if there's anything you want to see specifically, let me know and I'll add it to my list. Otherwise, I'll see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.